Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. A lot of interesting stuff going on lately, and I've been getting a lot of questions, and I just wanted to talk about some things that have been on my mind. We've had Modern Horizons 3 come out this past Friday, and then the price of the collector boxes pulled back a little bit. I don't really feel like they're going to crash. I think WotC has shown discipline with print run numbers and distribution over the last 18 months, and Modern Horizons 3 is the big product of the year, and so I think it will do fine. It probably pulled back a little bit because people needed to push a little bit out there to pay bills to free up some more credit for Bloomborough and the next thing coming after that, and after that, and after that, and Assassin's Creed, and the unrelenting pace of releases out of WotC. And so I think there's a little bit of that, and people who may have pre ordered a little bit too much and then saw it as an opportunity to maybe just turn it and make a little bit of money pretty quickly. And so I don't expect to see a giant collapse in the product. I think we're kind of past that point. The last collector box that we saw a giant collapse in price was Murders, and before that, oh boy, was it Epilogue Aftermath that had a big collapse right after it came out? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong about that. So I don't know. I just don't think that we're going to see a bunch of big problems based on that. So, moving on, I've got the sealed sale number 6 for my patrons happening this Thursday. I think that will be tonight based on when I'm going to release this video. And so, I had pushed that back so that I would not be competing with Modern Horizons 3 releasing because, frankly, I don't think I can compete with that at this point. But patron growth is ongoing. I'm very happy with it, the pace, and the kind of conversations and everything that I'm still having over there, and it's really great. I've had the patron program running for 2 years now, and seeing all the people who have been there for so long and have supported Final Trade, it feels great, and it's wonderful getting to talk with those people and hear their ideas and everything. And something I've said for a very long time is I feel like I'm the one who gets the most out of it because I offer this patron program as a way if you want to ask me questions, if you want to kind of get some consultation on things or run your ideas past me or whatever. But the flip side of that is I get to hear everybody's ideas, and it's just really great hearing what everybody's thinking about, the questions they're having, and kind of a small microcosm of where the market is steering based on all of those things. And so I only dream that that can continue on, and it looks like it is. I'm working on getting a lot more product. I've always in my career wanted to under promise and over deliver. And so I don't want to say a lot about what's going on behind the scenes about getting more product for future sealed sales. I have the product currently on hand for, I think, 4 more sales or maybe 5 right now. I'd have to look at my spreadsheets. And there's essentially negotiations and access to way more product, like 6 figures worth of product going on behind the scenes right now, and it's just kind of a work in progress. So maybe it comes to fruition sooner, maybe later, maybe it doesn't. We'll have to see. And so, I'm not the type of person who wants to say, oh yeah, this is happening and it's going to be great, and then have it fall through and everyone be disappointed and some people be angry. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully things work out. One of the things that I found with Final Trade in the 3 years now that I've been running it is kind of with the analogy of a journey and roads and things like that. It's that you don't know what that journey is going to look like. And I have ideas for destinations where I want to take Final Trade, and I don't know how I'll get there. And over time, even what those destinations look like in my mind have changed a lot. So everything is running great. I'm getting good feedback on my monthly sales products for patrons. The products that I offer all month long, those are still selling gradually. I have good inventories of those going forward, and I have some ideas for the future sealed sales. I've got a couple of other partners, and I hesitate to call partners because they don't have an interest in the business. Like, they're not taking a stake in the business. So I'm keeping Final Trade wholly owned by me, but other people who are collaborating with Final Trade. And so now I'm up to 3 of those. And so it's working out really well. I mean, you do the hard work of making YouTube videos for 3 years straight, and people come knocking at some point. So everything's working out great, and hopefully it keeps working out. The singles market is really rough selling singles. Back on Black Friday, probably between Black Friday and March of 2024 was kind of the last of the golden age of that, where you could just pick up sealed boxes at fire sale prices, bust them down for singles, and make money on TCG Player. And man, it was wonderful. But a lot of that has come to a close. TCG Player is kind of putting the screws down on direct sellers, and I'm going to have a longer video about that because it's a very nuanced topic, and I think it deserves some good discussion. So I'll have a video about that coming in the next several days. Some of the things that I've heard from my patrons who are also direct sellers, some of the things I've heard from TCG employees, and things like that. So lots of interesting stuff going on. If you want to join the Patreon, get in on the sales. Right now, the sales are every 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, just kind of depending on the demand for them, how well the previous ones do, how the markets look, what WotC's release schedule looks like, and everything else. Maybe in the future, I've talked about accelerating them to 1 per week eventually, but again, I think that's going to take quite a while to achieve. But if you want to join the Patreon, get in on that. Get in on messaging me and getting responses. Get in on asking me questions and getting my take on things. The monthly newsletter, other posts that I make over there, and discussions, everything else. So I think that's about it. That covers a lot of things I just wanted to touch on very quickly. Don't panic. Keep buying your regular course of every set, and there's always more opportunity in the future. Let me know what you think, guys. Thanks to everyone who makes this content possible, especially my very generous supporters on Patreon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade.